war drama that is directed by Aaron Schneider. It stars Tom Hanks. It's a film that was supposed to come out in theaters, but due to the coronavirus shutting that shit down, it actually got a release onto the streaming platform Apple TV+. It's a war drama that takes place during World War II. Tom Hanks in this movie plays a naval commander. I think his name is Ernest in the movie. Ernest commands this ship called the Greyhound, and he has to navigate this ship and an entire convoy of Allied ships through the Atlantic, and he has to get them to London. And along the way, his boys, his ships, his crew, his convoy, they're constantly attacked by Germans. Germans are in these boats called U-boats. So that's essentially what the movie is. It's survival mode for an hour and a half with Tom Hanks trying to get his crew through treacherous waters and through Germans trying to kill them. And that's basically what the movie is. They're just thrown into the fire. I feel like it's just a very boring and lazy thing to talk about how good Tom Hanks is. Like, Tom Hanks is such a goated actor. Like, it doesn't even make sense to bring him up, even in a movie that stars Tom Hanks. Imagine how boring it would be if I just come into this review and I'm like, hey, Tom Hanks was really good. It's kind of like, oh, no shit. You got any other obvious facts you want to give me? Saying that Tom Hanks is great in the movie is the same thing as saying how fine Rihanna is. Like, we all know how fine Riri is. How many different ways can you say, I would drink that woman's bathwater, right? There's not only so many ways you could say that. Granted, I'm a pretty creative individual. That could probably last for a while with me. I have a lot of different ways that I can talk about how fine Rihanna is. Henry Cavill. Like, if you're just talking about Henry Cavill in random conversation and somebody brings up, hey, Henry Cavill's a good looking dude. It's like, oh, okay. Chickens also go, like, you take yesterday where he's building a PC and he was trending on Twitter for like the entire day because everybody was watching him build his PC and losing their minds over the whole thing.
Oh my God, look at the way Henry Cavill is building that PC. Oof, I wish he'd install his hard drive into me.
Just post like that the entire day. So yes, it's obvious, it's plain as day that Tom Hanks is great, just like Rihanna's great, just like Henry Cavill can get it from any woman in the world. Yes, we get all that. It's not that anybody else was bad in the movie. Everybody else is serviceable and performs a workmanlike effort, but Tom Hanks, he's the one. He's the guy, he's the star of the whole movie. Without him, you kind of feel like maybe the rest of the movie doesn't matter that much. See, on the synopsis for the movie, it's gonna call this movie a war drama, but if you actually look at this movie, it shouldn't be called war drama, it should just be called war or war thriller or something like that. But pretty much just war, because that's all the movie is. Constant state of panic, that adrenaline rush that comes when things are moving fast and there could be an attack coming at any scene, any moment in this movie. If the goal was to put you in that mindset, then I feel like this movie succeeded in that, because scene by scene, moment by moment, there's always something happening in this movie. If nothing else, this movie also shows me that I probably would not be that good at command and leadership, because in this movie, Tom Hanks not only has to try to make decisions that will decide the fate of everybody on his ship and everybody in the convoy, but he has so many different people coming up to him and talking to him and telling him stuff and asking him stuff, and I'm just like, holy shit. Like, for me, I'd cut somebody out within the first 30 minutes. How is Tom Hanks or a commander or anybody in that position able to process all of that information at once, make a quick decision, but also think about the ramifications of that decision in case it backfires, and also have another decision lined up after that? Like, nah, man, I couldn't do any of that. I'm sorry. So many people would be blah, blah, blahing in my ear. I'd be like, yo, my man, can you shut the hell up? Okay, I'm trying to watch this Dune trailer, all right? What do you think more important? You talking or me watching this Dune trailer? Oh, God, how I wish I could see some kind of Dune trailer. Fast-paced movie that has a lot of intense scenes and some really well-done and well-staged action sequences involving warships and gun battles and all of that. The sound design was pretty good for this movie, too. Unfortunately, with this movie, I can only walk away going, yeah, it was good, but, and I think the biggest reason that but is there is because of the lack of characterization. The characterization for everybody in this movie is pretty weak. I'm not sitting here saying that I want like extensive backstories and I want it, like the entire Wikipedia of everybody in this movie. I'm just saying that I wish I cared a little bit more about them as people. It looks crazy and it's intense or whatever. There's just not enough character here to carry you through the movie. The times when guns are going off and ships are blowing up, it's hard for me to really get any kind of emotional reaction beyond, oh man, that ship's gone. That's tough. This movie wasn't really interested in character, and I get it, not every movie has to be interested in character, and that wasn't the goal of this movie, and again, I get what you're trying to do, movie. Personally, if you build a story and then you build a bunch of action, but then you don't have the characters to really make me care about in the action, that means I don't really fear for them. And if I don't fear for them, then I'm just kind of watching shit blow up on screen for the sake of shit blowing up on screen. It's a solid movie, well made. I'm gonna slightly recommend this one by putting it in the golden age for Man of Steel. Solid watch, nothing special, nothing to write home about. Actually, I'm thinking about tweaking that rating a little bit. I don't know what it is yet, I haven't decided, but I am thinking about changing Man of Steel Golden Age into something else. So if you guys have any ideas on that, put that in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.